My name is Gwendolyn Daly, and I am a music specialist in Northern Indiana. I am doing this Kickstarter campaign to help fund a professional recording of a song that I wrote, a song that I believe will have a big impact in people's lives. 5 years ago, I started teaching 2 classes for preschoolers and toddlers and infants. And so before the pandemic, I was seeing over 100 students every week. And then the pandemic hit and everything got shut down. I was anxious and afraid of what was going to happen. I lost all my income, and that was very stressful. It threw me into a panic and a depression, and I was really struggling mentally and emotionally and spiritually with all of the changes that came so abruptly, along with the fear that came with this illness and the effects that it had within our community. And I just remember not being able to stop eating. I was standing at the kitchen cabinet one day in late April, and I had just eaten a whole bunch of food, and it just became perfectly clear to me that I had an eating disorder. It's not what we typically think of as an eating disorder. Normally we think of anorexia or bulimia, but binge eating is a diagnosable eating disorder. And I was using food to help numb all of the negative emotions that I was experiencing because I didn't know how to handle them. Prior to the pandemic, I had been working towards lots of goals to make myself healthier mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I had lost 100 pounds. Like, I had just celebrated my 100-pound mark right before the pandemic hit. I realized that I had been binge eating while I was losing weight. I'd just been binge eating what I considered to be the acceptable foods. And then I realized that I've been binge eating my entire life. And so I reached out to a therapist who specializes in working with people who have binge eating disorders. And there was one time that she and I were talking, and I was sharing with her how much I missed creating music with other people and sharing music with my young students and their families. And she asked me if I had written songs before. And I said, well, I've written songs before, but usually it's because somebody asks me. People tell me what they want and I give them what they need. And she said, okay, well, I'm telling you what I want. I want you to write a song about depression. And so I agreed to. I wrote a song, and after sharing it with a few of my safe people, my husband, my therapist, and a few close friends, I decided that I wanted to get the song professionally recorded, and I wanted to share it. I'm not the only one struggling right now, and the least that can happen through me recording and sharing the song with the world is that someone out there will hear it, and they will not feel alone anymore, and they will not feel like it's something that they've done wrong, that there's something wrong with them, that this is actually part of being human. People need to know that they're not alone when they're suffering from depression or an eating disorder or some other mental disorder. Mental disorders thrive in darkness, and I would really like to shed some light on it. Will you notice that I'm going through the motions? If you look closely, just going through the motions, hiding my pain so expertly, going through the motions, just going through the motions, going through the motions.